Right, time for sports on the pulse, and Gary joins me. Gary, quick one before you do the sports. You know, God MC, Kanta, what's your pick? Who won?
Draw.
Draw?
Yeah.
Really? I saw the poll you put up on Twitter. It didn't look like a draw.
But you should show my poll. As at the time, 5 hours ago, I had about 600 votes. Sarkodie was about 55%, yes.
55%?
Yeah.
Okay.
Manifest was like 17%.
17%.
Yeah.
So clearly...
But no, I mean, that's very unscientific. But 500 people saying, yeah. I mean, I think, like Mark said, I mean, his interview was spot on. Sarkodie has his own following. He has his, I mean, I'm a big fan of Sarkodie. I'm a big fan of Manifest as well. One of my shows, I actually wrote to him to give me the beat of Sam Weby to use on one of my shows as the signature tune. Yeah. So he has a style and he makes you think. I mean, but when you were saying that Manifest is deep, let's not forget some of the great, thoughtful songs Sarkodie has put out about the election, about inflation, about the economy, about hand-to-mouth advice. I mean, he's done it. You know, he's done the Azonto stuff.
That's a Sarkodie fan.
No,
let's leave it there. No. We can stretch this till 5 o'clock.
I'm just saying.
But let's do sports now. What do you have in sports for us today?
Right. I mean, France.
You are still in the Sarkodie.
Oh, no.
Relax. Come back. Euros was good over the weekend. I watched it. And I think France whitewashed Iceland. Okay. Maybe the ice was not as thick as it was before with England, but it was a good game for France. But it also showed that their defense was penetrable. Sure. I don't know if it was because they went too far ahead in the first half with 4 goals. So some bit of, lapse in concentration, complacency came in there. Sure. But it sets it up nicely for the semi-finals, doesn't it?
It does.
And for Portugal, Wales, all the talk has been about Bill Ronaldo. But I honestly think it's far more than that. One has scraped his way through to the semis. The other has really ridden through the wave.
Consistent, yes.
But let's have it. Let's have it then.
And I want you to stay with me because I'll be doing some of the talk with you.
No problem.
You're going to don your football hat.
No problem. I have it on now.
Right. So thank you for joining us on the Sport on Pulse. Hi, I'm Gary Al Smith. And like Francis said, France whitewashed Iceland. 5-2. It ended for the host nation to reach the last 4. Before this game, all the talk about how Iceland had just not been plucky in the way they had won, but there seemed to be a method to their madness. But even then, afterwards, the Icelandic captain, the coach, and the key players all said that France was simply the better side. Let's look at the highlight again. We'll be looking at the entire quarterfinal results, also the semi-final pairings, but Francis is here with me. I mean, you've given your thoughts on this game already, and you were saying off air that at the end of the first half, you put the TV off.
I had to, because 4-0, there is no way you can come back out of that game. But you see, it also goes to show that teams that Iceland had beaten in the past were really poor. Because if you look at the Iceland setup, they were not playing crazy football. They were just disciplined. Yeah. And so England were just, rushing up and down, trying to beat them at the least opportunity. They did not keep a cool head to deal with these people. And it's continuous. And with the English media, they will still eat it up.
Another thing is that don't forget that Iceland started with the same starting 11 as they had throughout the tournament. Yes. And so probably a point, I don't know if you agree, was that they had become predictable. Because there's only so much we can do differently with the same set of players.
But you see, even if you have a different team, the style of play was the same. Yes. I'm not sure they had a different tactical approach coming
That's what I'm saying, that they had become predictable. Maybe they had one way of playing. But after beating, they drew twice and won twice in the lead up to this game against France. They 1-1, 0-0, 2-1, 2-1, or something like that. So I thought that maybe that was also a factor, and they had become a bit too predictable. Because in the second half, when they made the 2 substitutions especially,
it changed the game a bit.
Some variation came in their play. So I thought that maybe, but I mean, they've done what they came to do. Yeah. They've served notice that they are around. And also the other part of it that a lot of people may not know is that the monetary aspect. Iceland is a very small nation, as everybody knows, just 330,000 people. Wow. They don't have football. As recently as 10 years ago, Iceland could play football only for 7 months of the year because of their weather conditions. This is just 10 years ago. Okay, and now that they are going to win 14 million euros for getting into the quarterfinals.
That's good money for investment.
That's good money for development. And Lars Lagerbäck, their coach, has said that, look, this money is not going anywhere. It's going to create more pitches, more indoor facilities for the next generation of Icelandic.
It's a good start.
Yeah, it's a very good start. And that's what we are going to see.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Also, Let's look at the quarterfinal results, and then I ask you what you think of the semi-final matches that are coming. So quarterfinal results starting from Thursday that we saw. All matches were live on Joy 99.7 FM. Don't forget, Portugal and Poland played 1-1. Quaresma's goal ensured that they won. You remember that match?
I do, yes. I do. It wasn't really a great game in my view. It was the first quarterfinals, kept me at the edge of my seat, but they could have done a lot better than that.
Oh, sure. And then we had also Wales 3-1 Belgium.
That was the shocker for me.
That was a great game.
Because Belgium was a golden generation that we were all expecting to really, beat Wales with ease. But Wales proved to be the underdog that is now coming to the party with a lot of verve, really.
Now, let me ask you, as a football person and all that, I have my theories about why Belgium lost. I think that they lost from the bench.
They did. It was the coach, really. I think it was the coach.
So it's not the player's fault?
No, it's the coach. Because the squad you have, it's about adapting play when there are challenges. Wales goes 2-1 up, and your tactical plan is to bring in a Fellaini. That doesn't work anywhere. It doesn't.
Sure. I'm glad we agree on that one. Let's look at that other result as well, where we had arguably the final before the final. Yeah. These are the semi-final matches, but we saw Germany beat Italy. What were your thoughts?
All I remember is Zaza. That's all I can say about that one.
The incredible run-up.
Yeah,
more like a jog. So these are like the semi-final pairings: Portugal versus Wales, Germany versus France. Germany, France, the last time they met in a competitive game like this, if my memory serves me right and my records are correct, was in the 1982 semi-final.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's one of the oldest rivalries in football, but they don't meet very often, which makes it even more special.
Okay, that'll be good to watch. I think it will be a Portugal-France final in my view.
Whoa.
Yeah. I have pushed in my prediction. Let's see.
Germany?
Yeah. France will shock them.
France aren't that good.
That is my prediction. Looking at the kind of football I've seen in this tournament.
And home support.
And the way, it will work for them.
I see.
It's a Portugal-France final.
So, well, you can let us know what your thoughts are on France's prediction, and also what you think of the tournament so far. Tonight, Monday and Tuesday special on the Euros will be coming back. It's Inside Euro 2016 from 6 to 6:30 p.m. Join me as well as my usual Skype guest who will be coming from around the world. Today, I have an Icelandic journalist who will be telling us what it is like in his country for them to have come this far. When I asked him last night to set up the interview, he told me that we have not gone out of the quarterfinals. We have won the Euros because of the way we did. So you can join us then. And my name is Gary Alsman. Many thanks for your time. Francis, thank you for the analysis as well.
Thank you, Gary.
Yeah,
had to put on that cup today.
As good in his football as he's good with the politics and social issues. But it's your show, 6 to 6:30. Bye-bye.